Hello, everybody. Today we're going to learn about prickly ash. It is known for its potential benefits for promoting blood flow, alleviating joint pain. It's antifungal, it's anti inflammatory. It's also known as the toothache tree. So, guess what? Toothaches. Come over and learn some more with me. Hey, everybody. How are you? So, I got really good news this morning, so I'm in an extra good mood. And I was already in a good mood. So, this is like I'm having a hard time concentrating. My disclaimer, as usual, I am an herbalist. I am not a doctor. Please do your own research. And let's see. All my notes are over here on the screen because squirrel. Great. Um, keep on task that way. Have to be organized. It's very important because I want to relay the most accurate information to you as I possibly can, based on research, based on knowledge, based on some of it, based on experience. And I, I don't know. It's important. It's very important. Anyway, prickly ash, xanthoxylum. That was a pretty cool word. I thought. I'm like, ooh, I know how to pronounce that one. So, it's an evergreen tree native to the Americas. It's known, oh, its name comes from the half-inch spines that cover its bark. It's actually really cool. We have one in one of my friend's backyards. I was like, oh, I need to collect. Collect. We use the bark. It's in the it's a small tree or a shrub in the Rutaceae family, specifically and scientifically known as Xanthoxylum americanum. So it's native to North America. It grows freely in central and eastern parts of the United States and Canada. Some people have called it northern prickly ash, cedarberry, or pepperwood, also known as the toothache tree to the Native Americans that often chewed its bark and fruit to relieve toothache pain. Surprise. And Christopher H. Hobbs, PhD, says prickly ash stimulates the circulatory system and acts as a natural diaphoretic. It is used both internally and externally. The tincture is applied or rubbed onto the affected area for toothache and rheumatism. Some herbals recommend prickly ash for appetite loss or dizziness. In Chinese medicine, prickly ash fruits are recommended for relieving digestive tract pain associated with internal coldness and parasites. Prickly ash has a taste of spicy and a temperature of warm. He's an herbalist, author, botanist, mycologist, and research scientist. Let's see. It's even been used in like bonsai tree art. You know, like I'm a Karate Kid. Um, bonsai. Anyways, can you guess my age group? Anyways, doesn't really matter. Psh, whatever. There are over 200 types of prickly ash made up of the Xanthoxylum genus, and many of which are used for medicinal purposes. Typically, the bark is used for infusions, poultices, powders. The berries are safe to consume and is used as a spice in addition to medicine due to its aromatic qualities. I'm trying to sift through all my notes. because I wrote a lot that would just take up extra time, and it's kind of reiterating what I've already said. The Chippewa tribe made a very strong tea from the plant, which they actually used to bathe their legs and feet. It is especially popular remedy for elderly people with painful joints. It is believed to help relieve their pain and enable them to move more freely. So it's also good for neuropathy. Neuropathy is important is something that happens while aging. Can It can develop during aging. It also happens after chemotherapy. We have My dad has neuropathy from receiving chemo for years, due to cancer, obviously. I guess they do chemo for other reasons, but that's the most notable reason. And I made him a whole tincture. Prickly ash was just one of the ingredients. I made a whole neuropathy tincture for him, and he said he felt between that and one of my sister's homeopathy options, he felt that it was helpful. Did he continue taking it? No, I don't understand. I don't get to choose these things. I hand people the options for health and wealth, and they get to choose whether they utilize it. If they want to depend on doctors, that's not my problem. That is not my um, position to judge. I have thoughts, but guess what? You're your own person. You make your own choices in the end. Anyway, yeah, I'm weird, so whatever. All right. The Algonquins made a very potent brew by combining several cups of herb with 2 liters of water. They simmered this tea over a fire slowly for a few hours to extract all the healing goodness in the plant before drinking it down. After drinking their prickly ash tea, the Algonquins would bathe in the steam in order to provide long-lasting relief from joint stiffness and muscle pain. So it's analgesic as well. So the chemistry that makes it all happen. All right. It's got alkaloids, lignans, volatile oils, and tannins. Tannins are astringent. Volatile oils are like including the limonene and other terpenes. It helps with the digestion and the circulation. The lignans are antioxidants that have chemoprotective effects. The alkaloids are like berberine and other compounds with antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Um, the ums have it today. The pharmacology of it is that it's a mild circulatory stimulant, enhancing blood flow in peripheral tissues. Its alkaloid content contributes to its anti inflammatory, analgesic, and antimicrobial effects. Volatile oils support digestion by promoting bioflow and reducing bloating. I think that a lot of people could benefit from prickly ash. I like formulations, particularly like where this does this and this does this, but together they're like power punching things in your body for health and wealth. Wealth is health. Health is wealth. Because without your health, you're not really able to keep pressing forward. Anyways, so prickly ash bark is used to make supplements in various forms. It is most commonly used as a liquid extract or tincture form, but you can use the bark to make a tea. It's taken internally, but it can be applied to the skin as a poultice for relieving muscle aches and pain and stuff like that. For a toothache, you dip a cotton ball into a tincture of prickly ash. When the ball is soaked through, you just place it on the sore tooth and just let it basically let your body absorb, and it's supposed to relieve the pain, and it's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, analgesic. It's going to help. um, so medicinally, it's used to treat a lot, actually. So toothaches, malaria, sleeping sickness, don't ask me what that is, I don't know, ulcers and wounds, fungal infections, colds and coughs, anti-diarrheal agent, antifungal agent, anti-nausea agent, um, anti-rheumatic properties, appetite stimulant, blood and lymphatic circulation stimulant, carminative, which is gas relief, digestive aid, diaphoretic. Diaphoretic means that it induces sweat and reduces fever. Dysentery remedy, hemorrhoid remedy, liniments. Liniments it's like an invigorating rub used to reduce muscle pain. It's rubefacient, which means it improves blood flow to the small vessels. It will help with tinnitus. It's also a tonic, which means it invigorates and strengthens the body. It's very versatile due to its powerful alkaloids, flavonoids, and other plant compounds. Over 140 compounds have been isolated in the Xanthoxylum genus, making it obvious that there are antioxidants, and it protects your body by fighting free radicals, which are the unstable molecules that lead to various illnesses. In clinical studies, it has been traditionally used to treat common maladies. Among available studies, a 2017 study published in the Traditional Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine found that prickly ash has antifungal properties, which may be beneficial in treating myofungal infections. Of course, they're always doing research, and I am thankful for that because we have a lot of information on a lot of things because of all these different research foundations. An older study published in 2001 in Phytotherapy Research reported that northern prickly ash has cytotoxic properties and kills human leukemia cells in vitro, despite their findings. You know, they need to do more studies on humans, but guess what? Um, not going to hurt anything because you'll find that out later. It can help with endometriosis. I don't know why I can't talk today. I mean, I do know, but breathe. This circulatory stimulant action supports the use of prickly ash in cases of endometriosis, where increased blood flow can improve sluggish circulation and relieve pelvic congestion. It also may help to apply the herb as a liniment for chronic pelvic inflammatory disease, CPID. My this person, I don't remember which website I got it from, but it's in the details below. You can find the website. They make an extract of the berry and the bark in witch hazel and apply it warmed topically around the pelvic region. So it also supports fever, getting rid of fevers. The increased blood flow may also induce sweating through a diaphoretic action. And it is a systemic tonic. It has ability to bring the different affected organ systems into balance and maintain nourishment in tissues that may need the added support. One way it does this is by regulating hypersecretion or insufficient secretion in the mucous membranes of the gastrointestinal tract. It is a heart tonic which improves capillary circulation and has been indicated for cases of hypotension due to the compound nitidine contained in the xanthosylum. It's a tonic of the nervous system and can bring both nourishment and pain relief to injured nerves, such as in sciatica. Prickly ash can be made into an enjoyable lemony tea that pairs well with added lemon and sweeteners to help you reap its benefits as a tonifying herb. So we talked about how it improves circulation. It improves, the blood flow, and the how the oxygen gets around the body. Great impact on heart and muscles. It also can have a positive impact on conditions like varicose veins and healing wounds, rheumatism, arthritis, abdominal pain, digestive health, especially if you pair it with like devil's claw, blessed thistle, dandelion, bitter melon. Those all added with prickly ash is a fantastic digestive health formulation. So, and of course, it helps with a toothache, and I already told you how to take care of that. So obviously, I said it's an analgesic, so it helps relieve and anti-inflammatory. So pain and inflammation, antibacterial, antifungal. This stuff is pretty useful. Highly recommend you add it to your apothecary. So, in a tincture for dosages, 1 to 2 milliliters or 2 to 3 times, up to 2 to 3 times daily. You can make a decoction, 1 cup up to 3 times daily. Capsules of 300 to 500 milligrams of dried bark, 1 to 2 times daily. That's up here. Um, Alternatively, you can make a tea by simmering 1 to 2 teaspoons of chopped bark in 1 cup of water for 5 to 10 minutes. Hot water. Steep it. There are different ways that they say, if you have this, this is how you fix it. If you have this is how you use it. This is how you, and right here. Okay. So side effects and precautions. This is the part that I feel is extremely important. Not only is it obviously important what it does, but it's important to know who can't use it. So, if you have any like massive gastrointestinal complaints, like they have it down here. If you have any sort of, where did I see that? I saw it down further. I thought I put it in there. It can aggravate IBS, but it can also help IBS. So, I think it's dependent upon people and how bad their condition is. Photosensitivity. Um, Basically, you'll be more if you're taking a medicinal dosage of prickly ash, you're going to have photosensitivity issues. Um, Obviously, if you're allergic to it, you're going to have issues. If you are on any sort of hypotension medication, it's going to interact. If you're on any um, blood thinners, warfarin, aspirin, or if you have any risk of bleeding or bruising, it will increase that. So, if you're on pharmaceuticals for bleeding, blood pressure, stuff, or any sort of gastrointestinal complaints, don't use prickly ash. Also, anticoagulants, because it increases the effects of being a blood thinner because it is a blood thinner. It's not like hugely strong, but it is because it helps with circulation, and circulation is usually some sort of blockage or weakness, needs tonifying and stuff like that. So I did go through this really quickly today. I did find the other thing. It says conditions that may be exacerbated or negatively affected by prickly ash include IBS, IBD, Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Yeah. Not everybody can take everything. That's why there is a lot of different herbs, plants for one thing. I do want to make a series out of that one day. Say, here's all the stuff you can take for IBS. If here's all the things you can take, here's all the things you can't take, here's the things that would benefit, these kind of people, because there's in the Ayurvedic world, everything has to do with like body constitution. And if you're like have a really dry constitution, you can't take certain things. Turmeric, for example. If you have a very moist constitution, then you shouldn't take these. It's not that you can't. It's just there's parasympathetic and sympathetic, and you have to figure out your body at homeostasis to be able to figure that out. Now, like I can take turmeric. I have a drier constitution, so I can take turmeric. I just cannot take it long term. It does things to my body after a long term effect. It took literally over a year for any sort of side effects to happen. It was helping me in the meantime. I have literally had no pain in my feet that I had pain in for gazillions, right? I mean, like, I lived with foot pain the majority of my life. There's a whole story there. I think I might have told it before, but I'm not sure. Anyway, if you're interested, ask. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your quick lesson on prickly ash bark. It is something that I do have at my access, and it is something that has helped people I know, like experience-wise. I have not taken it personally, but I do know people who it has helped, and I know other people who it could possibly help, but it's up to them. I'm not pushing this on anybody. I'm simply giving you information. Thank you so much for being here. Tell your friends. Paint it on your dog. Tell everybody about me. Interaction's fun. Subscribe. Be like Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe. And I'll be here next week with the next herb. If you have suggestions, by all means, please suggest them. I have a plethora of options. And narrowing it down per week is not easy. This prickly ash was asked about by one of our group members on Facebook. We have the Herbalist Garden over on Facebook, and we have a wonderful 134K over there. I'd like to bring everybody over here so we can have a nice little community. We're learning together. And I appreciate all of you for taking your time out of your day to come and spend it with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.